Cathedral Cove. It's one of our least best kept secrets, attracting 250,000 visitors a year. Tourists have flocked to it since British people still swam in the sea fully clothed. But could it be about to go the way of the pink and white terraces and become a lost relic of the past? This year's extreme weather has caused havoc. Debris has been falling away from the famous archway. Visitors have been told to stay away. Landslips and rockfalls have damaged tracks so badly they're impassable. Doc says they'll remain closed for the summer.
We run the Hahe Park and Ride service, and that's been closed since the early February after Gabrielle. And it's about 40% of our revenue, and we just heard today that it's closed completely now.
Local businesses fear the tourists they rely on will just go somewhere else.
The rain that we've seen is unprecedented. You know, it is climate change, and it's a reality of our lives now. But it's to close it completely and have no logical plan forward or no set plan forward doesn't make sense to us. It's everything that there is about the Coromandel is the walk to the Cove. That's why people come to the Coromandel. People will come, but we're just not going to see the volume of people that we need to sustain business up and down the Coromandel.
At this point, it's not known when the tracks will open again. And joining us now is Neil Vowles, who's the owner of the Poorhouse Bar in Hahe. Neil, what is this going to do to business in the Coromandel?
I think it's going to affect everybody in the area. It's more of an effect for the overseas tourists who really sort of make a bit of a beeline to the Coromandel, partly because they want to come to see the Cove. But of course, when people find out that it's not open, it maybe alters their travel plans. So from that point of view, both ourselves, the hospitality sector in general will just miss out on some of the internationals who are now returning to our shores.
Neil, is this reduction in tourism likely to have an impact on things like how many people you can hire?
For sure, Jesse. We'll certainly end up with less staff employed through particularly through the shoulder periods of the season. And I guess that'll be the same for most other hospitality and accommodation places in the area. Hopefully we'll get a proper summer season and we'll get the sun shining, and that will make the biggest difference for us to enable us to keep to hopefully close to what normal levels pre-COVID would have been.
What sort of conversations are you having with the locals? What are people saying about the Cove staying closed?
I think there's a huge amount of frustration with DOC and their level of communication over what's been the last 5 months. There's a real feeling that nobody wants to come down and really talk to everybody and see what's what. We did at one point have a walk that was organised so people could take a walk with some of the DOC representatives, and they were promised at that point that there would be a project manager put in place to talk to everyone, and then we've just had nothing since. So this is the first news we've had, in effect.
For the uninitiated, you can still access Cathedral Cove by boat. How hard is that? Is that hard?
Not at all. I mean, obviously you're weather dependent. It is quite a short kayak. So there are kayaks both for hire in the town and also kayak tours that are run with guides. So you've got those, you've got the Hahe Explorer and various other vessels. So it could well be quite a flotilla of boats over the next few months, I would guess, once the weather becomes more typically sound. And I guess we just want people to carry on coming back here and bear in mind that there are lots of other beaches, including the beach at Hahe, as you know yourself, Jeremy, up at Matarangi,
beautiful. Right
the way through up to Coromandel, the beaches are absolutely glorious.
Yeah, stay away is my message.
No, you can't have it all to yourself. You've got to share.
Well, Neil, good luck. Thank you so much for speaking to us tonight.
You're very welcome. Cheers.
It seems a bit mad that a DOC person can't just go there. I mean,
I think it's the first time that a decision's ever been made in Wellington that affects somewhere elsewhere in New Zealand. But,
But Hahei, what a terrible place to be sent to have to go in there.
They have a blimmin' nice time. I've had many a nice time in Hahei, and honestly, I think even if you can't get round to the cove, just go there, hang out, and if you are on that beautiful beach, please keep an eye out for a gold and black diamond ring that I lost shortly after my engagement some years ago. Just keep your eyes peeled.
I actually found a beautiful ring there a few years back, and I put it on Trade Me, got a nice amount of money for it. Probably wasn't the same one though.
Yeah, you owe me.